Good morning. Welcome to the Pinnacle Overlook in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. It's a gorgeous morning, and this is one of my favorite views in the whole area. We're high above the Susquehanna River. Today's hike, we're going to be heading downstream to an area known as the Kelly's Run Gorge. We're going to be traveling up Kelly's Run, exploring that area, looking for some wildflowers, walking along the stream, and seeing what we see. I first explored that region 12 years ago, and I'm returning after all this time to see what it looks like. So thank you once again for joining me for some nature, adventure, and discovery here from Scenic, Pennsylvania on this gorgeous morning. Now let's go hit that trail. Gator out. We're heading southbound on the Conestoga Trail. It's a nice wide trail here. I think it's about 1 mile, maybe, down to Kelly's Run. And then we'll be entering into the Kelly Run trail system. It's a property maintained by the Lancaster County Conservancy. I've talked about them before. They have a bunch of small preserves and properties all through Lancaster and York County. They do an excellent job of preserving, maintaining, and protecting this really beautiful area known as the Susquehanna River lands along the river here. So I don't have any real particular itinerary today as far as a specific trail route. We have some options, and I'm just going to take my time today and really enjoy the day and the hike. And thank you for joining me. It should be a good one, guys. Alright, so from the Pinnacle Overlook, the Conestoga Trail started out on probably an old road it's shared with another trail. But as you can see now, we're in a very rocky, rugged footpath. And we're right on the edge of the river here. And this is really, the Conestoga Trail is a surprisingly rugged trail for eastern Pennsylvania. It's really a very impressive trail. Runs for quite a long distance, but yeah, this is getting interesting now. This dry and rocky section of the Conestoga Trail is going to contrast very nicely once we get down into Kelly's Run Gorge, where I'm expecting to see more of a dense forest with hopefully lots of understory of rhododendron and laurel and fern. Well, maybe the ferns won't be out yet, but hopefully some green moss. And Kelly's Run, from what I recall, some small waterfalls and rapids and pools. But it's really beautiful out here. The sun is just beginning to crest over the hillside. You can see it's illuminating the other side of the river. It's so peaceful and quiet down there. This is looking down on Kelly's Run Gorge. We'll be heading down in there shortly. We have to make one more steep drop on the Conestoga to get to river level, and then we'll be heading up the gorge there. We've made our way down into the Kelly's Run Gorge, and I'm going to see if I can find a way to get down to the riverbank and get another perspective of the Susquehanna before we begin our journey up the Kelly Run Gorge. Probably not the best idea trying to cross this fallen down tree, but I wanted to check out what this looks like, a duck blind, and I wanted to get out to the river. Is that the dam release alarm? I think it is. I believe I'm upstream from the dam, but maybe I should head back up into the interior forest. Holy crap. Talk about timing. Well, you can see we're on the floodplain of the Susquehanna here. And you can see this area floods out. Oftentimes the railroad tracks are up that way. Kelly's Run's up that way. And I just wanted to take a look at the river down here before we head up into Kelly's Run. All kinds of driftwood and junk on the ground, and you know, not really very scenic, to be honest. I was hoping there might be like a nice little beach area where we could relax for a minute, but then I heard that alarm, and I'm thinking, well, I think we're upstream, so I think we're fine, but it's still reason enough to head into the back into the forest. Now I'm sitting here near the mouth of Kelly's Run, and I'm just waiting for the lighting to get a little better, for the sun to rise a little higher before we begin our ascent into the gorge. But I want to read you a passage from a book I have called The Sierra Club Guide to the Ancient Forests of the Northeast, because this book is what really encouraged me to come and find this place 12 years ago, and here we are now again. Now it says of Kelly's Run and nearby Otter Creek, which is on the other side of the Susquehanna, it says, wilderness coexists with industry at Kelly's Run and Otter Creek, two neighboring preserves owned by Pennsylvania Power and Light. But you wouldn't realize it walking beneath the giant 300-year-old hemlocks and shaggy pillars of tulip trees and sycamores. In these two utterly wild canyons, crystal cascades pour into emerald pools, and sparkling boulders lie jumbled with ferns, toppled trees, and luxuriant rhododendrons. Yet only a mile away is PP&L's Holtwood Hydroelectric Dam on the Susquehanna River. Up to 65 acres of ancient forest are protected in Kelly's Run, with as much as 200 more at Otter Creek. We are now making our way into the gorge, and you can see on the side of the stream we're on is the brighter, sunnier side. The other side is the darker, more wild side, I would say. Some hemlock on the ridge above and rhododendron. But yeah, it's beautiful back here. It really is very nice. Just an absolutely fantastic and beautiful place here. You would never believe that you're in Lancaster County here as we continue up the gorge. Such a beautiful spot here. I don't want to leave. I mean, this really is a wild and rugged canyon. I was just thinking to myself that my friend and fellow YouTuber, Hiker Dude Dad, had just filmed here recently, and how he was saying that this is one of his very favorite places to come. I can easily see why. It's been a long time since I've been here, but this place is amazing. Wow. Fall after fall, slide after slide, green moss, rugged rocks, miniature canyon here. Life is good today for a guy like me. I hope you're enjoying this hike as much as I am. So we've crossed over to the other side of the stream now, and we're a bit above Kelly's Run, and we've pulled a little bit out of that rocky gorge area. Now, I had hoped to see some wildflowers on this hike. I am seeing them. They're just about a week to maybe 10 days away from really showing. They're just barely beginning to bud, but this still is really just an amazing place. the creek is calmed down and flattened out a bit as we're getting into the upper stretch of the gorge. Still equally beautiful, just not quite as wild and rugged. But that hillside over there, it's just spectacular. So we reached a fork in Kelly's Run. We're now taking the right fork, but I have to make a decision at this point, because if I continue upstream from this point, I'm gonna double or even triple the length of the loop, or I could backtrack back down the way we came and take a spur trail up the hill back towards the Pinnacle, which I think is what I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna hang here for a bit and soak it all in before I head back down. So I've made my way a bit up this smaller branch of Kelly's Run. I've consulted the map, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to retrace my steps. The purpose of this trip was to document the Kelly's Run Gorge, which I'm calling the unexpected wilderness, because who could believe a place like this exists in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Alright, so crossing back over the stream, heading back the way we came, but then we're going to come out on a different trail. I think it's called the White Trail, that'll lead us back up to the Pinnacle. But starting to see a lot more people out here. I've been on the trail for 4.5, almost 5 hours, and really I haven't covered that much distance, but I've taken so many videos and photos because it's just amazing back here. But when we hit some new terrain, I'll get back to you. All right, my friends, we are making our way back to the Pinnacle parking area. What a great time there down on Kelly's Run. It's a very special, very unique place, and had a really good time there. Took a lot of videos and pictures down there by the water, so it's going to take me a while to edit this one, but hopefully it comes together and makes a really nice video. Thank you for joining me once again for some nature, adventure, and discovery here from Scenic, Pennsylvania. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you have any comments or questions, let me know down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. You know that. But that's going to do it from here. So until next time, I'll see you on the trail. Gator out. Take care, everybody.